Yeah. Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am, you're clear. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Okay. So we'll get into the topic. Myself, Dr. Tejaswi, and today we are going to see the topic of gut as a second brain and Ayurvedic approach to digestive health through yoga. Okay. Okay, fine. I just would like to have an interactive session for 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll get into the topic. Can anybody tell what the gut is? Like, what is gut? Anybody? What is gut? Anybody want to answer?
The intestine.
Okay, the intestine. Okay.
Esophagus to rectum.
Okay. Still, any other answers? Okay, fine. How many of you have used the word, it's my gut feeling? Just raise your hands. Till date, how many of you have used the word, it's my gut feeling? And how many of you have taken the decisions based on your gut feeling? Only two? Okay, fine. And how many of you have felt like butterflies in your stomach? Everyone? Okay, what exactly you feel like butterflies in stomach means? What do you feel? Anybody, one person can share.
You just feel like excited or ecstatic.
What? I can't hear you. Can you please repeat?
Excited or ecstatic?
Okay, fine. So what do you feel like? How do you feel it? Like your experience, you feel excited, that's fine. But how do you feel? Like, do you feel it in your stomach or how do you feel? That's my question.
Yeah, you feel it in your stomach.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. Before getting into this, as one of you have answered, like gut is like it starts from esophagus till it's the rectum. It is very good answer. Generally, people think if I say gut, immediately they'll keep like they'll imagine some stomach. That's it. But it is good. Few of you answered intestine, and also the gut is from the mouth, like from the esophagus. It starts and ends at the anus. Yeah, so it includes the esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, and anus. Why I'm telling you this is before entering into other topics, let us have the small brief about this, and then let us go into like what is gut feeling. Okay, why do we say gut feeling? And we take decisions like gut feeling. We take some decisions, and most of the decisions that we take out of gut feeling will almost be like good decisions, right? So how can we do that? Like your brain is in your like central nervous system, but how you're taking the decision from your stomach? How is it possible, right? Okay. Now, just let us see this, and then let us enter into the second brain. Like why gut is called as the second brain. Now, let us once see quickly about the digestion, how it happens. So you are eating the food. Okay, it enters into your mouth, and then from the mouth, it enters into the esophagus. Then it enters into the stomach and goes to small intestine, large intestine, the rectum, and the anus. Okay. Now here, before going further, I want to tell you a small thing here. Many of us, we eat the food. How do we eat? We chew the food and we eat the food, right? But nowadays, many of us, we are not chewing the food. We are justly eating the food and quickly passing on. Like just you are passing the food down the esophagus. But chewing is most important in the digestive process. How it is important, I'll explain you in the later slides. Now, why gut is called as second brain is our major question. Let us see the science behind the gut and the brain connection. Now, see, coming to the gut, as you have told me, from the esophagus till the rectum at the anus, this is completely called as the gut. Now, what is this? What happens in the gut? That throughout the gut, from all throughout this passage, you are having the neurons, nerve cells, which you are having in your brain, you are having in the spinal cord. The same way you are having these neurons in your gut as well. It means your GI tract also, you are having these neurons. And it is like surprisingly, the neurons that you are having in the gut are more than the spinal cord. Okay? Like almost 500 millions of neurons are present in the gut, which is more than that of your spinal cord. Okay. Now this whole neurons all together, the system of neurons in your gut is called as enteric nervous system. Okay. This is how it communicates with your gut and your brain. Now how it is communicating with your gut and your brain is through a nerve called as vagus nerve, which communicate with your gut and your brain through vagus nerve. Okay. Now, how this second brain influence or dictates our emotions? Like a few of you answered like you felt butterflies in your stomach. Okay. How it is affecting or influencing your emotions. Before going to that, now I hope every one of you understood like why gut is called a second brain, right? Because the neurons are more when compared with the spinal cord in the gut. That is why it is called as the second brain. Got it? That's why the gut is called as the second brain. First point. The second one is how it is dictating our emotions. Why we have to like believe or more on gut feelings. Why most of our gut feelings or our intuitions that we take from gut feelings are more like positive outcomes. Why is that happening? Okay. Now, you're having gut, right? In the gut, what you're having? You're having microbes. Right? So if I say microbes, immediately people think like a bacteria, bad bacteria. No, you're having good bacteria in your stomach. like I mean in gut. Okay. So now gut bacteria, which is called as gut microbes. How many gut microbes are there? Can you just imagine? Trillions, not even billions, not even million, trillions of gut bacteria is present in your gut. Okay, fine. Now what this gut bacteria is doing? What is the job of the gut bacteria? Okay, gut bacteria, you're having trillions, fine. What is the function of gut bacteria or the good bacteria in the gut? Now, you know what? Say, if I eat something, it will be like good for me. But same thing, if you are eating, it will not suit you, right? Each person digestive system or the digestive process is different. So here, the microbes, the gut microbes in each person, it is different. Like trillions of microbes each person is having, right? And how many people are there in whole universe? No matter how many people are there, but still each person is having different gut microbes. Trillions of microbes, each person is having the different trillions of microbes in each person, just like your fingerprint. See, everyone's fingerprint is different, right? My fingerprint may not match with anybody in the whole universe. Same way, the gut microbes, even though there are trillions of gut microbes in each human being, they are different when compared with one human to other. Now, what is the functions of these gut microbes? What is the activity like? What are they doing in our gut? Okay. These microbes, like the gut microbes, regulates metabolism and all those things. Along with that, mainly, it releases neurotransmitters. These are chemical messengers. Okay. Generally, your brain, central nervous system will release the neurotransmitters. Same way, your gut is also releasing these chemical messengers. You know, many of you know this dopamine and serotonin, right? Which are happy hormones. 90% of the serotonin is released from your gut. 50% of dopamine is released from your gut, not from your central nervous system. Okay. And one more thing I want to tell you here, there are many researchers done. They had taken the mice. Okay. And here, what they want to prove is gut can live by itself without the support of the brain. This is what the scientists want to prove. So what they have done is they have taken the mice, they separated the gut and provided the favorable environment, and they just saw whether the process of the digestion is happening in the gut of that mice. And successfully, the process had happened. It means the digestive process, the enteric nervous system, digestive process happens by its own. It doesn't need support of the brain. Okay, one small, like you only can understand. You are eating some food, just you are gulping. Till your esophagus, the food will be in your control. Once it passes down the esophagus, will the food be in your control? Like, can you try to bring it back? No, right? It just goes down. It means it is like involuntary function. Then how it is passing? The food enters into the esophagus. From there, it goes to stomach. From there, it goes to your small intestine, large intestine. How is it happening? The neurons, the enteric nervous system, that itself is performing all these functional activities, the movement and the absorption, all these things. Okay. Now, trillions of bacteria you are having, and they are releasing the neurotransmitters like serotonin, dopamine, which affects your mood. That's why generally, and one more thing here I want to insist is very practical example. See, everyone might be going to consultation every day, right? Like meeting Dr. Bellako, you'll be going to the consultation. From your consultation room, you'll be going back to your cottages or your rooms, right? First day, you'll be going consciously. Second day, you'll be going consciously. Third day, you will not keep conscious. Like subconsciously, you'll walk to your room, right? Or else you will walk to your treatment rooms. How it is happening? You are not focusing. Like subconsciously you're going. That's it. You're not focusing, and you even know if there is some stone, if there is something there, immediately you will know that. You'll go in that way. Now, how it is happening? Your conscious brain will observe everything. At the same time, your subconscious brain is observing everything, not only which is closer to you, which is happening very far away from you also. The subconscious mind can collect it and keep it, like it can keep with it. That's why many times subconsciously you go once, what happens is sometimes you go to some places, right? and you suddenly feel that you already went to that place. If anybody of you have felt like you went to a new place for the first time, but you felt that you had previously visited that place or you had some memories related to that place? Anybody? No? If anybody experienced this, can you please raise your hand? Like you went to a place, like you went to some place or anything, and suddenly you will realize that is the first time you are visiting that place, but still you feel that you already had visited that place previously. How it is happening? Because subconsciously it is stored in your mind. Anything, if some past, not only you are experiencing, if somebody is experiencing and they are saying their experiences, that also will be stored in your subconscious mind. Now what it is happening is this subconscious mind will always send a copy of that experience to your gut. Okay, to your gut. So your gut also will store that copy of the experience. That's why, see, if you're going to speak some public speeches, or you're going to attend an interview, like as you said, you feel excited, you feel butterflies in the stomach, what those all feel? Why do you feel? And if you are going to face some danger, immediately you will have that intuition, no, something is going to happen, no, something wrong is going to happen. Immediately you say that no, something wrong is going to happen, I can feel it or I can sense it. How that is happening? Because a copy of the previous experiences or whatever it is, it was sent by your subconscious mind to your gut. That's why whenever we take a decision from your gut, see, for the brain, that particular situation may be uncertain, like it may be new to the brain. That's why the brain will be confusing which decision to take, but your gut will immediately take a decision, and 99% of the decisions that you take out of the gut intuition will be like positive outcomes. This is the reason which you take of the gut feeling. You say it's my gut feeling. Okay, now why do we get, how many of you get angry when you feel hungry? No, no one. You feel, you get angry? Okay. Why do you think you get angry when you feel hungry? Can you just answer? Like you get angry, but why do you think that you get angry when you're feeling hungry?
We call it hangry because you're fully regulated because it wants food.
Okay.
You feel and low energy.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Somebody else answered before. Can you please pass on? Yeah, please. Yeah.
Yeah, so like if you're hungry and you've got some work to do, your brain is not able to function and think, but you have to do it, so you get irritated.
Good. Okay. Still any answer? Okay. Can you please pass on the mic to the person who answered the first? Please, can you pass the mic to that sir? I could not hear his answer properly.
I just said that you're angry because your gut isn't fully regulated because it's hungry, and so therefore it's not in the state it wants to be in.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thank you. Anybody else is going to answer? Okay. Fine. The answer is right. See, your microbes, whenever you are eating food, it's not only you that you are eating food. You have to feed your microbes that is in your gut. Okay. So what it is happening is you are feeling hungry. It means one ma'am answered, like when you want to do some work and you're feeling hungry, you don't want to focus, because correct answer, see, your brain is sending a signal that I have to do some work, like you have to focus on that work. But what your gut is doing, it is not having food, like it cannot function. So the gut and the brain is always bi-directional. It's not only gut to brain. from brain to gut also. It's bidirectional functioning. So we don't function like it says that no, you are not feeding me, I'm not going to work. Okay, now how gut is involved in brain health and autism, brain health and disease. You know, the gut health is directly affecting your brain health. There are many researches done, and practically I was also part of few researches. Especially nowadays, we can see most of the autistic kids. And if you observe autistic kids or the autism people, you can see that digestion completely the issue is associated with their gut. Not only the autism, you can see many other issues also, even in Parkinson's, many things like your gut health is directly affecting your brain. Okay. Now, can your brain health be changed? Obviously, it can be completely changed. How you can change your brain health? By changing or altering the bacteria in your gut. You can ask me, do you have only good bacteria in your stomach, like in your gut? There is no bad bacteria. What do you think? Only good bacteria in our gut? There is no bad bacteria, like there is whatever I'm speaking about microbe. Do you think everything is good bacteria, like good microbes? Can anyone answer? Do we have only good bacteria?
Yes. There are some bad bacteria.
Okay, so what do you think is the function of bad bacteria? Okay, fine. How many of you like eating pizzas and burgers? No one? Only one? Everybody like to have ganji and the Ayurvedic diet? No, nobody would like to eat pizzas and burgers. You don't like? Only one person? Others you don't like pizzas and burgers?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, slowly everybody are raising the hand. Okay, how many like the Ayurvedic food, like the ganji or the khichdi, whatever you are getting at Ayurveda? No, you can tell the answer. It's no issues. You can just raise your hand. Everybody like the food?
Ma'am, can you
Yeah.
repeat the same question?
Yeah. How many of you like to have this ganji or the khichdi that you are getting at Ayurveda? Like the Ayurvedic diet. How many of you are loving to eat? Oh, very good. Very good. So after going back, then we are going to keep a track that you are going to continue the same food because you are loving it. Did you love that from the day one you came? Did you start loving it from the day one? Yes? Or it took like you faced some trouble for 1 to 2 days? No? You started loving it from day one?
Yeah.
Oh, then great. Great. Then every one of you are having very good bacteria, that there is no bad bacteria. Okay. Now what good bacteria is doing? You are eating the food. How this good bacteria will grow in our stomach? Like what does in the gut, sorry. What does it need? What does good bacteria need? It needs more and more of fibers. But what we are eating, the most food, especially in the South India and many other places, what we are eating is mostly of carbohydrate diet. We take rice, we take wheat, mostly of carbohydrates. Like so, when you are eating more of carbohydrates, bad bacteria. I'm saying in a simple language. I'm not going in depth like how it is happening, how it is complex, and all those things. To make you understand in the simple way, I'm telling you like you are eating that. Okay, how to grow the good bacteria then? Eat proper diet. Okay, and what is proper diet? How to eat the proper diet? When to eat? Those are, let us go into the next slide. Okay, here I told you like gut and brain, how it is related, and the gut brain axis, how it is associated. And always your happiness, your sad, your emotions, everything is controlled in bidirectional through your gut and brain axis. Till here, anybody is having any doubts? Can I continue further? And do you want to ask the doubts at the end? Or anybody want to ask any question till now? Did you understand why gut is called a second brain? And why do you take like the intuition of gut feeling? Any questions still here? Can I continue? Okay. I take the answer as yes and I'm continuing. Yeah. See, here I want to tell you, as I told you, this is very important to understand. Each person, I told you, your gut bacteria is different. Like you're having trillions of bacteria, but it is different. Like I'm having different and you're having different, right? Based on that, you're having good bacteria and bad bacteria by the birth itself. By the time you came out of the mother's womb, you start having the microbes in your gut. Okay. On what basis you will be having good bacteria, on what basis you will be having bad bacteria. Okay. See, here the microbes begin to develop in very early stage of life, and it is influenced by genetics and even delivery method. This is very wonderful, and many researches are done on this also, like on the infants by observing how the microbes like good bacteria is. I'm not saying that C-section is bad, but when you are having vaginal birth, like normal delivery, the like vaginal delivery, the baby or the infant who took birth through vaginal delivery is having more amount of good bacteria when compared with the baby that came out of the C-section. Okay, and when the scientists observed, what they got is the newborn baby who came out through the C-section, they can only have most of the mother's cells of like bacteria that is present in the skin of the mother, because you are taking it out from you're just doing the C-section, right? So even the delivery, I'm not saying C-section is bad, but I'm saying how it influences. So during by delivery method also, the microbes or the bacteria, good bacteria that in our gut alters. Age, stress, illness, environment, and medication usage. Many of the people, it is very sad, you get some fever, you take antibiotics. You start taking antibiotics. You know, antibiotics will kill your whole good bacteria. And few people get recovered within 2 weeks, few people will get recovered back in 2 months also. So until and unless it is required, do not take antibiotics. As I told you, digestion before, here, how any health issue approach to your body, it's through the digestion. I think many of you, whenever you came the first day to IVAC, when you went to the Dr. Belaku consultation, obviously she might have asked you to show your tongue and looked at your tongue, because the disease will approach to any person by altering your digestion, and the digestion can be seen, like how is your digestion, that can be seen by your tongue, by looking at the tongue. Okay, constipation is one of the beginning stages of many diseases. This is like same gut health brain axis. Now let us come into this topic: when to eat, how much to eat, what to eat, and how to eat. Okay, when to eat. When to eat? Whenever we feel hungry or whenever you want to eat. Many people, they will be almost full of stomach, but if they see some of their favorite food, they want to eat just for taste. Is it correct? Is it the right way of eating? No. When you have to eat, when you feel hungry, okay? And when you feel the previous food that you have eaten is digested, then you have to eat. And you should not take the food within 3 hours. Like you, again, here you can say the small meals. Some people, again, it is based on person to person. Some people eat very small quantity of meals in more times. In that case, you can have it. But generally, if you are eating a meal, you should not take the food for 3 hours. Okay, now you can ask me why you should not take food for 3 hours. You know, in yoga especially, we say if you are having good meal, you should not do yoga practice up to 4 to 6 hours, because for your food to get digested and absorbed, it takes minimum 6 hours. That's why in yoga we recommend, if you are taking some solid food, do not do yoga practice after eating. So it is good to do in the empty stomach. If you are taking some liquids, you can do it within 1.5 hour, maximum 2 hours. Now, how much to eat? It is given in Hatha Yoga, the classical book of yoga. Half of your stomach should be filled with food. 1/4 should be filled with water, and 1/4 of your stomach, you have to keep it empty for the movement of air. Okay? But what we generally does, if we like if we have some good meal in front of us, we will eat full stomach. like full of the belly, like your belly is full. Till there you will eat. If you say that you will eat half, you don't satisfy, like you don't get satisfied. But that is not the proper way of eating. You have to eat half of the stomach. 1/4 should be filled with water, and you have to leave 1/4 of your stomach empty. Now, what to eat? Eat the food which is rich in fiber, the probiotics, and fermented foods. That's why you will be having most of dosas at IVAC. Okay. Now, how to eat? This is very interesting topic. How to eat? I think every one of you know your doshas, right? Like Vata, Pitta, Kapha, you know the doshas. Eat according to your dosha. Okay. Eat according to your dosha. Whatever dosha you are of and whatever dosha is imbalanced in you, you can balance the dosha based on eating according to dosha. Okay. How it is. Now, you're having 6 tastes, shadrasas, sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, and astringent. Okay. Now, what it happens if you are eating sweet, it reduces vata and pitta and increases kapha. Okay. So many people will come there. I still remember when I was at IVAC, there is a person named Karthik or something. He came for weight loss. And every day evening, as you are not supposed to go out of IVAC, he used to ask permission to Dr. Belaku every day to go out. He came for weight reduction, but he want to go out. And he used to eat some small sweet or something going out. How? Whenever doctors are putting 100% of their efforts, you cannot see the results in that case because see, you may be eating see, if you are getting some fever or any health issue, how much medicine will you take? Do you take 1 kg of medicine or you will take a small pill? Same way here, if you are eating sweet, it increases kapha. Sour, it reduces vata, increases pitta and kapha. Okay, salt, it reduces vata, increases pitta and kapha. Pungent, increases vata, increases pitta and reduces kapha. Bitter, increases vata, reduces pitta and kapha. Astringent increases vata, reduces pitta and kapha. Now, based on this, you can see like which dosha is imbalanced in you and which diet gives which kind of dosha. Based on that, you can have your diet. Okay. Again.
I have a question.
Yeah, please.
Can you go back, please?
Yeah, I can't hear you. Can you please repeat?
She can't hear. Can you please go back to the previous slide?
Yeah.
My question is, if you're of the Pitta and Vata type, does that mean that you want to reduce it and therefore eating sweets is good? Or no, you want, okay, you want to reduce it?
No, please, I can't hear you. It's like I can hear your echo. I can't hear you properly. Can you please repeat?
Yeah, I was saying if you're of the Pitta and Vata type, does that mean eating sweets is good because you want to reduce your Pitta and Vata?
I'm so sorry. I think can you mute on some other thing because I think you are unmute in both of the devices there. So I can hear your echo. I can't hear properly. Yeah. Can you please mute one and then can you give it to him?
Okay. Okay, madam. It's okay. See.
Okay, fine. Let us keep this question you asked me at the end then. Okay. Now, there are 13 Agnis according to Ayurveda. Among that, Jataragni is very important, which is good for your digestion. In that, see here, this is also important. Okay, fine. Now, what is this? The state of Agni is divided into 4 classifications. What is Vishamagni? In this, especially Vata is predominant. What it makes your metabolism, the metabolism gets irregular. In yoga, it is called as Kujirnatvam. Okay. In Tikshnagni, in this, Pitta gets and the hypermetabolism. What happens? Atijirnatvam, like burning sensation, excessive thirst, you feel more acidity in this. Mandagni, kapha is more predominant and hypometabolism, like the metabolism will be very slow. Ajirnatvam, you feel indigestion. Samagni, in which the dosha is balanced, normal digestion and function and assimilation takes place, and that is called as samatvam. Okay. Now coming to the yogic practices to keep your digestive health, the main The only asana which you can do even after eating is Vajrasana. This is recommended to everybody. Even though you are not having any digestive issues, do it at least for 5 minutes after having the meal. Immediately you can do it after having the meal. Vajrasana. There is a scientific reason why you have to do this. It increases the blood circulation to your abdominal region. When you are sitting this, the blood flow is redirected back from your legs to your abdominal region. Okay, Vajrasana. Anybody can do it. Now, what are the kriyas? Like you are having Panchakarma in Ayurveda, you are having Shat kriyas in yoga. How that kriyas affect your digestive system? Here, many people focuses on Dauti, the cleansing technique called as do you know Dauti? Are you aware of Dauti? Can you please raise your hand? Do you know about Shat kriyas? No, just you can raise your hand. No? Okay, fine. Chakriyas are same cleansing techniques like how we are having Panchakarmas in Ayurveda. We are having the Shakriya 6 cleansing techniques in yoga. Among that, there is one technique which is good for this digestive health is Dauti. In that Vamana Dauti, Kunjal Kriya we call it. You just drink water on empty stomach. You have to drink water continuously till your throat and then you have to vomit it out. Okay. Major places they recommend this whenever you say that you are having digestive issues. But personally, according to my understanding, I say you cannot do Dauti immediately, Vamana Dauti immediately. Based on the person you have to do because the acids in the stomach are also important, right? So if you are vomiting it out, it may reduce your complete acids in your stomach. So based on the person, you have to see this. But everybody can do this Agnisara, which is very important. Along with Vajrasana, start doing the Agnisara also. It is very good practice. You have to do it early morning, empty stomach to increase your digestion. Don't do anything. Just do this. This and sitting in Vajrasana and see how it helps in your digestion. How to do this Agnisara is just exhale completely, pull your abdomen inside, stop your breath and pump your abdomen in and out. Further, this technique, your yoga consultant or your yoga teachers will be teaching you this. Okay. Now here, what are the asanas that is good for digestion? Here, I am not mentioning any specific asana because based on each person and their associated health issues, the asanas will be changed. It will not be the same. If you say digestive issues, the asanas will not be the same for everyone. So, but basically in the overall view, if I say it increases the peristalsis, like performing of asanas, increases your digestive fiber, the Jataragni, the circulation in GIT, and destroys your abdominal disorders. Coming to the pranayama, you can do Anuloma Viloma, alternative nostril breathing. Ujjayi, contracting your throat is very, very, very good to increase your digestive fiber. Asanas, it is based on the person, but here Ujjayi, everybody can do it. Everybody, if you don't have any health issues, also start practicing this Ujjayi, contracting your throat and breathing. Okay. Then Sheetali, Sheetkari, also it is very good, the folding the tongue and joining the teeth. Brahmari also. Bastrika is good for digestive health, but I don't recommend it because there are many side effects if you do improper practice of Bastrika. Mudras, there are many mudras and meditation techniques also. Okay. Now here, any questions till here? Then I will go to the next step. Any questions? Please, whatever you ask the question, can you please repeat again? No? No question? Okay. Still, any other questions do you have?
So, doctor, one quick question.
Yeah.
1 second.
No.
It goes too much. She told we should eat food in 1/4. 1/4 should be air, 1/4 should be water, and half is food. But now stomach expands. So how do we do that ratio? How do we calculate?
Very
As you
good.
eat, stomach expanded, I don't know, into 2x or into 1. I don't know how much. I know I've read this much. Mani, volume, mill money. Yeah, that was my question, doctor.
Okay, fine. Yeah, very good question. In my last talk, I explained you about the breathing, how you breathe, right? How your abdomen gets like how your diaphragm comes down and how your stomach is expanding. In that concept, we understand how much and how can you calculate half of your stomach and how can you say how much you have to stop eating. Okay. Now, but it is again, you can, I think you are having that, if you are having that record, you can listen to it. But in a short understanding, I can tell you, whenever you feel, when you are eating the food, okay, each time you cannot calculate, right? Okay, this much is my abdomen is filling. You cannot calculate like that because the way you breathe is different. That is your question, right? Whenever you breathe, your abdomen is coming out, so it expands. How can I eat based on that? So now, each time you breathe is different. You breathe, sometimes you take deep breath, your abdomen expands a lot. Sometimes you do normal superficial breathing, like shallow breath. Your abdomen doesn't come much out, just it will be superficial, right? So now, in that aspect, how you have to calculate how much to eat whenever you are eating. Okay, tell me when you say that, okay, my belly is full. How can you say that my belly is full? When, yeah, tell me please.
You feel very full, first of all.
Good, okay.
And you might even come to a stage where you feel like you get a vomiting sensation. Even that's one. Or you might feel little gases in, like you get a burp. So those are these signs I see. When you get up, you can feel that, oh, your little bit organs have readjusted and you see, okay, I'm done now.
Okay.
So
Good. Okay. So your first answer, like the food is about to come out, we should never eat to that extent at all. Okay. Just before that, you have to stop. Now, whenever you are eating your food, once your stomach is filled and your brain still asks you like, eat more, I'm not full, you just stop eating. Okay. Just stop eating. Just calculate in such a way that even after drinking water, your brain asks you for some food. Did you get my point? Like you're eating your food. Okay. When your brain says that you will have water, even after that, your brain asks you, no, I'm not full, please feed me. It means you're half. Like you fill your food with half of your stomach. Because you cannot drink so much of water, right? We'll drink only after eating, how much water you will drink. So in that way, you calculate. Like when your brain is saying, no, I want more, stop it. Having hunger, and having full stomach. There is big difference. You're eating, you will stop in between. After eating some amount of food, your stomach is full. But still you want to eat to satisfy your brain. Because you like the taste or many other reasons. There are so many lot of items in front of you. So in such a way, you eat like half of your food. Still you feel hungry, then only you stop it. After that you have water. Even after having water, your brain should ask you like, no, I want more food. It means you ate in a proper amount of quantity. Any other question? Am I clear?
I just had a quick question.
Yeah, please.
Is it like with drinking water, is that the best time to drink that is right after eating or when?
No, not
Is-
right after the
is it-
eating.
When, with your stomach acids, does it dilute it as
Diluted,
well?
correct.
So when is the
Always
best time to drink water?
after having the food, see again here two different aspects they look into. Few people they say that eat water immediately after the food because they say that it combines with the food and helps for digestion. But actual physiology, if you see, your food is entering into your stomach, right? One more thing, as I told you, once I explain you that you will understand this. You're chewing the food, right? You're chewing the food and you're eating. When you're chewing the food, the complex carbohydrates will react with your saliva and then it breaks down and it enters into your stomach. Okay. Now, what it happens after entering into your stomach, it reacts with your acids in your stomach. What acids does in stomach? There is no absorption happens in stomach. The food will not be absorbed. The food only gets digested, like breakdown in stomach, no absorption in stomach. So here what we are doing, you are putting the food, immediately you are putting the water. The acids in the stomach are getting diluted. This is one of the signs. Two groups of people. One people say immediately have water so that it becomes like semi-liquid and it is easy to digest. But actual way is when you chew the food properly, you know what is the proper way of eating food? You should chew the solid food in such a way that the solid food becomes liquid. Then you have to eat the food. Like that is what it is. Like you eat the food, solid food, you chew in such a way that that becomes liquid, then you eat, it enters into your stomach and it reacts with the acids in the stomach. So immediately after eating food, do not drink water. Wait for some time, at least for ideal time is 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Or if the person is good, like if you can stay for 30 minutes, it's well and good. Yeah. Any other question?
Hello. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, when you eat the right quantity of food, especially during the dinner and at the right time, maybe late maximum by 8 p.m. Usually I wake up with feeling hungry, maybe in the midnight, 3 a.m. or 5 a.m. Or even if you wake up on time before you do your yoga practice, you're already very, very hungry. So how can this be managed?
Oh, good. Okay. So here always here one more thing I want to add. Always finish your dinner before sunset, like or at least 7 p.m. Okay. Why is you are having this circadian rhythm? Every cell in your body is having sleep and wake cycle. Okay, every cell will sleep and wake cycle is it has. Now what we are doing, we are sleeping very late in the night. Many of us will sleep before 2 hours before sunrise, right? It is completely altering. So now you have to see when you're sleeping, how is your sleeping pattern? What time you are going to bed is most important. Ma'am, can you please tell like what time usually you go to bed?
Right now, since I'm here, like since 7, 8 days. So we finish the dinner by like 8 p.m. and I go to sleep maximum by 9:30 p.m.
Okay.
But yeah, regularly at 12 p.m. I go to sleep by 12 p.m.
Yeah, that's
12 a.m.
what.
Sorry.
Yeah, 12. Oh, 12 a.m. When do you wake up?
Uh, 8 a.m.
8 a.m. Okay. Now, see how your system in your body developed. You were sleeping around 11 or 12 in the night, right? So what it is happening, how your digestive system habituated is, it start, what time you were having the dinner usually when you are not at IVAC? Like when you're sleeping at 11 or 12?
9:30.
9:30 you'll be having your dinner. Okay, what do you do after having dinner 9:30 till 12, 11:30, or do you do any thing or like what is your routine
Yeah,
after from 9:30
you
to
just
11:30?
finish up the little work, whatever you have, or just watch little TV or something like that.
Okay, fine. What you are doing here after having dinner, what do you do at IVAC? Like if you're having dinner at 8 o'clock, after that, what you're doing?
Sorry, I didn't get the question.
It's not like what you're doing. Are you walking sometime? Like, do you have a walk?
I take a walk maybe for like 10 to 20 minutes. And
Yeah.
then once we get back at the room, yeah, I sleep within like 15, 20
Hmm.
minutes.
Yeah, that is, see, this is the main, yeah, anybody want? Okay, this is the main concept behind weight loss. You can take the situation which she is saying as a weight loss technique. Because see here why she is not feeling hungry when she is at her home, even though she is eating at 9 o'clock, waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning, but still she is not feeling hungry, right? Here she is eating at 8 o'clock, but after that she is doing some physical activity, which is walking, right? So what you're giving, the circulation is increasing, obviously the metabolism will increase, so the digestion process will happen very quickly. And it is in time, like your circadian rhythm, your cells are awake. 12 o'clock, say after sunset, 7 p.m. or 8 p.m., if you're eating, even though you eat at 9 o'clock, it is not recommended. Eat before 7:30, maximum is 7:30, you finish off your dinner. Because you are eating after 7 o'clock, whatever you are eating, That is not the self is sleeping. Like kapha is more. Your digestion process will be slow. That's why when you are at home, as you're finishing your dinner after 9, you're not feeling hungry. Here you're finishing by 7:30, 8. After that, you're doing some physical activity. That's why you're feeling hungry in the morning, right? But it is difficult for you. See, every person takes time for the adaptability, because this is very good process. Now, for you, as you asked me the question, like, what should I do? Like, how I should manage? Every person, see, I may get adopted within 1 week or 2 weeks. Now you are in a right track, right? You are in a right track because you are eating, finishing of the dinner at IVAC by 7:38, and you are doing some physical activity, which increases your metabolism. Now your digestive process is going on in a proper way. That's why you are feeling hungry in the morning, because as the sun rises up, our metabolism, the cells be awake, and your digestive process go on, right? So now, as you are eating in that proper way, you are following in the proper way here. That's why you are feeling more hungry, because you are not following your proper way. So you might be following your own, like your routine, which you followed at your home from many years. Now you came to IVAC from 7 to 8 days, and you adopted to new lifestyle here. It takes time, but this is very good lifestyle. You try to continue this, because this is the right way of eating. No, you, if you observe, before you came to IVAC, definitely you might be having few digestive issues for sure. But after coming here, you can see that digestive issues slowly started reducing. I can see it is not you are building up all these issues from many years. Suddenly, within 1 week, it will not get like eradicated completely, but definitely you can answer to yourself. You introspect yourself. Definitely, your digestive process improved when you came to IVAC. Am I correct? Right? Your digestive issue is
Yeah.
good, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is what. So please, whatever you followed at your home, you change. Like whatever you're doing at IVAC, try to adopt it when you go back to your home also. For everyone, I'm saying, I'm not telling to the only to that ma'am, I'm telling to everybody, finish off your dinner before 7 p.m. If somebody want to reduce the weight, many people they come, they eat after 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, they say intermittent fasting, they say they are not reducing weight. Definitely you don't reduce the weight. Small logic, eat from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. And definitely I can tell you, without anything, with the diet and lifestyle management, you can reduce the weight. Okay? Understood? Please, whatever you're doing here at IVAC, try to continue. I'm very happy many of you said that we like the food at IVAC. This is very good food. Whatever the food I mentioned here, which is good for your microbes, the food, fermented food, high fiber, prebiotic, everything you're getting here. If you are liking that food, please adopt it and continue. Because here you are getting healed. See, this is very good concept. One more thing, you are getting cured at IVAC. Question yourself, are you healed? Doctor can only cure you. She cannot heal you. Did you understand cured and healed? Dr. Belaku or Dr. Jasem, whoever are at IVAC, they can cure you. With whatever health issue you came, they can cure you. Healing is in your hands. Healing means going back to your previous version, like how you are in the beginning. It is in your hands. So many of you will get cured here. You go back, you don't continue the process, what you adopted at IVAC. So you will not be healed, you will be only cured. That's why you get back again the same issues. Try to continue, adopt it and continue the process. Okay? Yeah. Any other questions? Okay. Yeah. Okay. No other questions?
No more questions.
Yeah. Okay. So what I want to conclude is, whenever you are eating, eat mindfully. This is very, very, very important. I want to just give you one small example. Have you ever tried to speak with underprivileged people, like who are on the roadsides, who don't have shelters and who starve? Have you ever tried to communicate with them? Anybody? Did you communicate with them ever? If you haven't communicated with them, once go and talk to them. Do they have these digestive issues? They'll just look at you like, what is she asking? I personally do that. And my husband will just look at me that he think I'm mad. But I like it, because we are sitting in AC rooms, we are having the very good food, everything we are having, but still we are having digestive issues. Those people are not having shelter, no food, nothing, but still they are very, 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 very less prone to digestive issues. Why? Why did you ever think they eat mindfully? You give them some food, you go aside and you stand and you start observing at them. They don't even look here and there. They just focus on the food and they eat. But what do? We'll keep pizza or something or khichdi in front of us. Either we talk to someone and we keep eating, or we think something and we eat. We're not eating mindfully. Eat mindfully. Start eating mindfully and you observe the changes. Okay? And change your lifestyle, diet. See, at least adopt doing Vajrasana after eating. Just bend your knees and sit on your heels. Do Agnisara in the empty stomach. It increases Jataragni, which is the most important Agni in Ayurveda. Have good sleep. Avoid antibiotics until and unless it is not necessary. Don't take it. If I can tell you, don't take it. Even in COVID, I did not take antibiotics, and I have treated with many patients without giving them antibiotics, even in COVID also. Don't take antibiotics because it completely vanishes, eradicates your mucosa, your stomach acids, and completely your good bacteria. You have to start from the beginning again. It may take 3 months, 6 months. By that time, your full digestive system get completely collapsed. Okay? And sleep. This is one of the very good technique. Sleep towards your left side. Lie down to your left lateral and sleep when you go to the bed. Okay, so that your right nostril will be activated. Small things. I'm not giving you big things like do this asana, do that asana, do shoulder stand. I'm not doing anything. I'm giving you basics. Sleep towards your left side when you go to the bed and wake up lying down to right side. Like small logic. Sleep towards your left lateral when you're going to the bed. Anywhere you will turn here and there in the sleep. But in the morning, how many of you will wake up immediately when you want to wake up? You put the alarm, and how many of you just get up from bed? Just raise your hands. Immediately, how many of you will get up from bed? Nobody, right? Many of us, what will we do? Okay, let me sleep for 5 more minutes. Let me sleep for 2 more minutes. Right? We all does this, right? We sleep after being awake at least 2 to 3 minutes minimum. We will spend time on the bed. What I suggest to you is lie down to your right lateral when you wake up in the morning, at least for 2 to 3 minutes, and then you get up from the bed and you observe the changes, how your day is going to be. Very good. Small techniques, not the big one. When you go to the bed, lie down to your left lateral. When you wake up in the morning, at least 1 or 2 minutes, lie down to your right lateral. Okay? Yeah. Hereby, I want to conclude the session. So I want to say that you are what you eat. Okay, here you may ask me, if anybody are aware of yoga, you may ask me like why you did not include sattvic, rajasic and tamasic diet. Anybody? Do you know sattvic, rajasic and tamasika diet? I did not mention here because sattvika, rajasika, tamasika are gunas which are far away from the doshas. So here you cannot say until and unless you balance your dosha level, then you can speak about your sattvika, rajasika, tamasika gunas. That again, it is a completely different topic. It is completely different topic. Like sattvika, rajasika, tamasika diet. It is completely different topic. Let us see in another session. Yeah. So I would like to thank one and all. Any other questions if you want to ask me? No? Any other questions? Okay.
No more
So
questions.
yeah, fine. So thank you one and all. So please try to adopt the basic techniques. I did not tell big things. Sleep to right side, sleep to left side when you wake up in the morning. Sit in Vajrasana, eat 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. That's it. No matter if you did not eat after 7 p.m., don't eat. It's okay. You eat tomorrow morning. But do not eat after 7 p.m. You eat according to your sunrise and sunset. The digestion is also same. Sun is rising, your digestion is increasing. Sun is setting, your digestion reduces. Okay? Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Any other questions? No, right? I can leave? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.